Hello everyone, welcome to episode 14 of my survival series. I actually don't have a lot of new stuff planned, but I have been working on quite a bit off camera, which I'm really excited to show you. But before I actually get into doing anything in this episode, I just want to say that the end of the year is approaching pretty quickly. There's only a month and a half around that left of the year, and it's a pretty busy time with all the holidays coming up and everything, so I don't know how many of these episodes we're going to get out by the end of the year, but rest assured, if it doesn't seem like it's a lot, it's just because I'm getting really busy in real life. It's actually kind of why this episode is a little late, because I had other priorities. But let's just jump right in and get started, and I'll show you a little bit of what I've been working on lately. So I've actually been working on digging out a lake, and I'm currently working on trying to cover this whole area in dirt so that I can actually put the water on top of it. So this is actually the level where I'm standing on right now, where we're going to be placing our water. But for now I have to cover up the entire lake, and then we'll be able to fill it in. You're probably going to hear a lot of monsters under here. I don't know if you can hear them, but there are a lot of crevices that I'm covering up, a lot of dark spaces under there. It's going to be kind of funny once I start digging away all this dirt, seeing all the mobs float to the top. We'll have to see exactly how many there are. Anyway, I need to spend some time finishing covering this up with dirt, and then we'll have to take the time to remove it. I know I could have done all of this off camera, but to be honest, sometimes I like to just have something to do while I'm talking, because otherwise it feels kind of strange to just be walking around and like not really doing much of anything. I feel like I should be doing something when I'm talking. So that's why I kind of saved part of it for the actual recording. I guess I will mention this, so that path I preset, I built a wall around it for most of it. There are a couple holes back there because we do have a path that goes behind there. More on that later. And I did do a little bit of custom terraforming with this pillar that goes out here, and I want to have a waterfall hanging from that. And I hope it actually will look okay once I get it all together. We'll get it done as soon as we get this lake filled in, but that is the plan. I hope it turns out okay. Alright, and this should finish it right off. There we go, perfect. So the lake is going to go up to this point. I decided to keep it this size just because this is where the hills kind of naturally started. I would have made it bigger if it weren't for that, but I didn't really feel like tearing down those hills, and they seem to be like a pretty good border for this side of the lake. I think it's pretty sizable. It will look better though once we start getting trees filled on that side. Oh, that's gonna take forever. Let's try not to think about that. For now, I just want to focus on this side of the lake, or this half of the lake. Now, if any of you were in a live stream I did a while ago about this lake, I was talking about how I was going to put the face of a person on the bottom of that, and that I did do, but I'm not going to show you until I actually get this filling with water. So maybe we should actually go ahead and do that. And we should probably kill this spider too. And wow, I do hear a lot of mobs down there. It's going to be quite interesting to see what happens when we dig all this up. Let's go ahead and start from this corner because it's nice and tight, and I should be able to make an infinite water source pretty easily. I'm actually just going to do this temporarily, just so I can get myself another bucket, and then we'll take it down. And let's get this filled in. I didn't measure the exact size of this lake, but I do know it's at least 60-ish blocks across from that end to that end, but I don't know about the other dimensions. I think it's just kind of interesting. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. This is quite an experiment. I'm just gonna keep going diagonally till I get this all filled in. It seems to be filling in all the other places pretty nicely, but we'll see how it turns out when I actually get more of it done. And another one of these weird pocket glitches. I don't know why this happens, where the water just leaves a hole. Not supposed to do that. Alright, I've reached the other side, but we still have a few loose ends to tie up, so let's go ahead and clean those up. And I'm just gonna walk the edges, make sure I got all of those edges. There are a few edges that still have a little bits of flowing water. And stop with the glitchy blocks, I don't want you. Go away. Oh, right, look at that. One lake completely covered. Of course, we can adjust some of the edges if we want. It actually looks really cool from up here. It'll look even better once we dig out the bottom. Now, I do want to fix that one corner there. Maybe I'll do that now. I don't know. Let's go ahead and go over there. We can start digging the dirt from pretty much anywhere, but I just want to go over here and fix this, just this really weird corner. That's better. And I hear lots of mobs down there. All right, let's go ahead and start digging. Now I think some of these edges we do want to keep some dirt at this level, so I think I might start over here because I know for sure I don't want the dirt here. So let's just start over this way. Now as long as I'm standing here, it goes fast, but as soon as I'm swimming, it gets a little slower. Go figure, Minecraft, you're so strange. Ah, my first mob. Come up here, buddy. Come face me. Wait, is he not gonna float to the top? I guess he's just gonna live underwater forever. Oh, he's trying to shoot me and he can't. That's so sad. Here. Wait, if I try to shoot him? Oh, it did work. I have a more powerful bow, probably. I'm surprised he didn't float to the top though. That's strange. I just heard another arrow shooting at me. Where was that one coming from? Oh, there's a skeleton stuck right down there. You see him? I don't know why he can't come out, but I'm gonna shoot him. He can't shoot me. For some reason, my arrows can travel through water, probably because I'm starting them above the water. But yeah. Alright, as much as I was going to wait to pick up all of these blocks till the end, I think I probably should collect some of them now. Let's go ahead and make a boat. I think I have enough wood for a boat. I probably have boats on the other side of my base, but let's go ahead and make another boat. We'll just have an abundance of boats. And then we'll just boat around and collect all of these. This is one of my favorite sounds in Minecraft, is picking up resources. Except when there's things shooting at you. Where did that come from? If the creeper just blew up my lake, I am going to be so mad at him. Oh, there's another creeper! Hello, Mr. Creeper, just floating to the top to greet us. And another skeleton who cannot hit me. It's so funny that they're sinking, but the creeper is swimming to the top. It's very strange. Alright, I think I have it pretty much done, just aside from a couple mobs I need to take care of. There we go. Just have a few more of these blocks to clean up, and then I need to go pick up this last little load of them and drop them in a chest somewhere, but that's basically done. Oh, and there's some free XP, I'll take it. Alright, now that I have the lake all filled in, the next step is to get the waterfall in place. So we're gonna have to climb up there, which won't be difficult. We'll have to just climb up there and work on that, and I hope it looks okay. Fingers crossed. So I actually kind of pre-planned this. This is exactly where the water is going to be coming out of. Right now it's about 5 or 6 blocks wide, I'm not sure exactly. I want it to be a wider waterfall if I can. So that is why I did it that way. Maybe I'll make myself a little barrier here just so it doesn't start flowing down here. I'd like to wait and be able to access this if I ever wanted to turn it off. Not that I turned off my waterfall. Not that I would ever want to do that, but I don't know. Just the thought of it makes me happy, so that's what I'm gonna do. And let's actually do an infinite water source up here because I don't think wow, what am I doing? Because I think I will need one. I'm going to need more than 1 block of water, obviously, so. And this better work the first time, because if I don't like it, reworking a waterfall is such a pain. So let's go ahead and pick up a couple more buckets and get rid of this. Maybe I will remove some of these. I should probably use stone there instead, but no one's gonna see it. It's so high up. So let's put another one there, another one there, pick up another couple buckets. Now I want to put one right on this corner here, and that should cover everything, but let's just go ahead and fill in all this space. That should do it. So let me go ahead and get down onto the lake again and we'll see how it looks. The waterfall was a success. I actually really like it. It's a little wide, which is exactly what I was wanting, and once we get it covered with some greenery to give it a little more natural look instead of just this flat gray block, it will look so much nicer. Of course, have to do all these things in stages. This whole place will look so much better once we get some greenery in here. I actually made this little cave-like thing along the side, which is really cool, and it kind of leads to nowhere at this point. It has this little room at the end, and back here is a spider farm I had made a while ago. I wanted something to lead up to that. That's kind of one reason I made it, but it also just has some cool little windows where you can like look out into the lake, and this one is where the waterfall is. So that was just like a neat little thing I did for fun too. Now, I mentioned to you before that this lake actually has a face in it, and you can kind of see it here, but not really. Now, when I was up on top of the mountain, I could see it and look down and see the beautiful space that I had made, but I didn't want to show it to you right away, but we will go up there again and show it to you now. I will be honest though, I did cheat a little bit. I actually pre-drew this face pixelated in Photoshop, so then I was able to kind of copy my pixel art, if you will. So it was kind of a cheaty thing to do. I did try it without drawing anything beforehand and it turned out as a disaster, so that's when I decided to just draw it first and then do it. So let's go ahead and peek over this edge. This is the tippy top of that little mountain. I peek over here and you can see, wow, she doesn't have a name yet, but this is the Lady of the Lake. Isn't she pretty? And her beautiful flowing hair flowing in that direction. And I tried as much to give it as much depth as possible. It looks kind of funny on here, but when I was building it, I actually was using a map in my hand as a reference so I could see what I was doing. So I tried to give her as much depth in different places, but it didn't turn out necessarily. So then I just kind of kept more places flat just because they looked better on the map. So it's not the best, but considering it was my first attempt at something like this, I'm pretty happy with it. Even if it was pre-drawn in Photoshop, I still drew it one way or another. So now that we have the Lady of the Lake in place, we need to get trees over there. Well, that's not something we're gonna do today, but what we are probably gonna start doing is thinking about this pathway. So this pathway that goes all the way around the lake is probably going to be an actual built pathway, not just terrain, but an actual pathway. And we're also going to have to think about where we're going to start placing some houses, because along this mountain we're going to be placing lots of dwelling places for all of the elves who live in this region. I do not know what kind of elves they are. I guess they're the mountain elves? I guess? I don't know. Alright, so I haven't completely thought this part through where it connects here, but we can start a little bit farther up. Let's start around here. I'm just going to make a straight up path using, what is this, jungle wood? So we're just going to use jungle wood for now, and if I want to spruce it up later with another type of block or mix in something later, that's kind of how I work. I'm not really good at mixing stuff on the fly. I really have to test it out first. I was thinking brick would be nice, but I don't really have any made, and it's a pretty time-consuming resource to make, so we're just going to start off with this and see how it looks. And I want it to have a little bit of level to it, so there are going to be places where it goes up a step or two. It would be nice if we could have it go half a step up for a little bit. Maybe I'll do that. So we'll have it go half a step up like this, another half step here, and so on. So I do want it to go higher as it goes around. I don't know how high I want it to go though, because I want that mountain over there to still be towering above it quite a bit. So I'm going to work on this path for a little bit and see how much of it I can get done. I'll see you in a little bit. Good day, kind sir. What goods do you have for me today? Blue ice. Ooh, I should probably get some of that. Dark oak, blue orchid, great eye. Not much. I do like the blue ice though. It's very nice. Beautiful llamas. I'm glad you are enjoying my beautiful lake. What a nice, kind gentleman. Now, I have been working on this path, and I was coming up with all kinds of ideas as I was building it. Let's just walk through it real quick. So, obviously, it's just a plain, boring path. And it just goes up here, and right here I decided to do a little split because it was going a little bit higher and I didn't want it to go too high because I did want this to level off on that end. So then I just decided to split it, so this goes down there. It's not quite finished yet, and then this side goes up to here where there's a little platform, and we'll probably have a building probably sticking out right here or something. We'll figure it out. We're gonna have buildings all along here, of course. That's gonna be a while to get all that done. And over there you can see a little garden that connects to our library. I'm still trying to figure out how to connect it to this. I think what I might end up doing is just having it go straight down from there. I don't think I want to connect it from here. I mean, I could, technically, but because that path is already going at a downward angle, I might just continue that downward angle instead of having it go down and up. If you've been over there and you know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, don't worry, I know what I'm talking about. So I think what I'm gonna do next is just kind of start doing a little house right here in this area. Since I have this nice little place already dug out, and I can't go too far because I think right behind this wall is like right where the library starts, and you can see the wall to the library right there. So we're going to start a little house of some kind right here. I will definitely have to think about other blocks we can use to decorate for a railing or something along here, but for now, we're just going to get started with this house. And I'm thinking about just using some of the same blocks we used for the library with the greens and stuff. I think it would be really cool to give them all a more coherent color, although I'm not very good at this. I'm just going to start with a couple pillars. Let me make sure I'm counting this properly. Okay, so this one needs to go there. Perfect. And this, again, isn't going to be anything super fancy. It's just going to be the front of the house. Well, there will be this wall here. This whole thing will be gone. And we can put a wall in here to kind of give it more things to look at, I suppose. So let's go ahead and figure out what we want to do for the walls. And I'm literally just making this up as I go. I have no plans whatsoever. Classic Megray style. Alright, so starting around here, it needs to make sure that is right, that looks right. We'll just do the inside of the walls here. I am doing this so out of order. Normally, you would do the walls completely first and then the ceiling. I don't really know if there is a proper order. I can do it however I want. But again, this is really nice that I can just build these into the side of the mountain and I don't have to worry about like all of the angles. I will have to cover this back wall with something, but I might even just do that with spruce just because it's resource friendly and it kind of makes it an accent wall. And now I can make that wall green still, but then make this wall completely brown. Actually, I changed my mind. We're going to make this wall completely brown and then we'll make these two walls green. I think that will look the best. Alright, so we've got our house started quite a bit. Got a little room done. This room is actually a lot smaller than I was thinking it would be. But we're going to go ahead and finish this off. It shouldn't take too long. I got a little window over here, and this kind of doubles as like a little windowsill as well as a table. I don't know how many other decorations we'll put in here, but that can all be stuff I do later. I don't necessarily have to do that right now. This out here is kind of funky looking. Maybe if we, so we're actually covering the roof right there, or the inside of the roof. It's kind of strange. The inside ceiling is lower than the outside is gonna be. But that's just the nature of this strange house I'm making, I guess. Actually, what we should do, now that I think about it, let's go ahead and remove this row. If I can reach it. I just can't quite reach all this stuff. Good thing I have some scaffolding with me. Now in the front, again, I'm just going to be doing a lot of stair work with this. Let's go ahead and get up there first of all. So up here, we're going to want to do kind of the same thing we did on the inside. Let's actually remove this block because I think we want to start this right here. And we'll just go up. And where is the center? We need to go one more. And then turn. Let me just put a full block here and then we'll turn it and go down the other side. Easy peasy. Now in this little crevice here, I think we're just going to, we need to get slabs once again, but we're probably just going to keep the stone there. I don't know. I kind of like having the stone there. Maybe we'll just fill it in with stairs, kind of like how we did for the library. I actually don't remember what we did for the library, but it was something similar to this, just like a strange little pattern we put in here. It doesn't have to be anything particular. It could just be like that. I don't know. Isn't it amazing how much thought and effort we put into the smallest things in our world? I just never really thought about it till now, but this house is like not even that big, and I can't believe I'm already spending this much time on it. It's just mind-blowing. Anyway, that was a little off topic, but strange, the things we commit our time to in Minecraft. Okay, I don't like that pattern I put up there. Let's redo that. Let's put this there, this there. That looks better, I think. Maybe. I don't know. We'll just keep those there, but I was just thinking, what if we put trapdoors instead of those? But I think it will probably be fine as it is. Oh, speaking of trapdoors, actually this has nothing to do with trapdoors, but we need a door. I guess door's in the word. So we need a door. That's what made me think of it. Oh, it needs to go. We need to remove this one, replace that, and then try that again. Where did my doors go? Boom. One house down and a lot more to go. Alright, I think that about wraps up this episode. I'm so sorry that I didn't really do much in this episode. I feel like I need to get better at actually including more interesting things. But I did do a lot of off-camera work and I just needed to get an episode out because I haven't had much of a chance to play survival lately, so this is what it is. Although maybe next time I would like to have most of this done. That is the goal, but we will see what happens and see how much time I actually put into doing it. But I hope you guys like this, how it turned out. I think it's starting to look okay. The house looks a lot bigger than I thought it would compared to the whole mountain, but I think it will look better once we get more houses built in and more vegetation. But that's gonna be all from me for now. I hope you guys did enjoy the episode. Say your goodbyes to the Lady of the Lake, say your goodbyes to me, and hopefully next time we'll have a lot more of this done and a lot more to show off. Until next time, bye!